The history of Ireland is a long and complex one, spanning thousands of years and encompassing a wide range of political, social, and cultural developments. From the earliest settlements of prehistoric times to the present day, Ireland has been shaped by a variety of factors, including religion, politics, and economics. We will explore the key events and milestones in the history of Ireland, from its prehistoric origins to the modern era. In this video, we will cover the prehistoric phase of Ireland. Prehistoric Ireland refers to the period of time in Ireland before the arrival of the Celts in the 4th century BC. During this time, Ireland was inhabited by various groups of people who left behind a rich and fascinating cultural heritage. The prehistoric period in Ireland is divided into three main phases: the Mesolithic, the Neolithic, and the Bronze Age. Each of these phases was characterized by specific cultural and technological developments, as well as significant changes in the social organization of Irish communities. Mesolithic period, 8000 BC to 4000 BC. The Mesolithic period in Ireland was a time of significant change and development. During this period, the first human settlers arrived in Ireland and began to establish settlements along the coasts and rivers of the island. These early settlers were hunter-gatherers who relied on hunting, fishing, and gathering wild plants for their subsistence. The climate during the Mesolithic period was much warmer and wetter than it is today, and the landscape of Ireland was very different. The forests were much more extensive, and large areas of the country were covered by bogs and wetlands. The arrival of the first settlers in Ireland during the Mesolithic period marked the beginning of a transition from a nomadic hunter-gatherer way of life to a settled agricultural way of life. The first farmers in Ireland began to cultivate crops such as wheat, barley, and oats, and to domesticate animals such as cattle, sheep, and pigs. The Mesolithic period in Ireland is characterized by the use of flint and other stone tools. These tools were used for a variety of purposes, including hunting, fishing, and woodworking. Flint was also used to make arrowheads and other projectile points. One of the most significant archaeological finds from the Mesolithic period in Ireland is the Mount Sandal Mesolithic site in County Londonderry. This site was occupied by hunter-gatherers around 7000 BC and contains evidence of a settlement consisting of several huts. Neolithic period, 4000 BC to 2500 BC. The Neolithic period in Ireland was a time of significant cultural and technological development. During this period, the first farmers in Ireland began to establish permanent settlements and to develop new forms of agriculture. One of the most significant developments of the Neolithic period in Ireland was the construction of megalithic tombs and other monumental structures. These structures were often used for burial and ceremonial purposes and are some of the most impressive examples of prehistoric architecture in Ireland. One of the most famous megalithic structures in Ireland is Newgrange in County Meath. Newgrange is a large circular tomb that dates back to around 3200 BC. The tomb is made up of a large circular mound of stones and earth, with a passage leading into the center. The passage is lined with large stones and leads to a central chamber where the remains of the dead were placed. The Neolithic period in Ireland is also characterized by the development of new forms of agriculture, such as the use of plows and the cultivation of new crops. These practices allowed for the production of more food, which in turn allowed for the growth of larger communities and the emergence of new forms of social organization. The Neolithic period in Ireland is also characterized by the use of pottery. Pottery was used for a variety of purposes, including cooking, storage, and transportation. The use of pottery allowed for more efficient food preparation and storage, which in turn allowed for the growth of larger communities. Bronze Age, 2500 BC to 500 BC. Bronze technology was introduced to Ireland around 2000 BC, likely through trade with neighboring cultures in Britain and continental Europe. Bronze was made by mixing copper and tin, and the resulting alloy was much harder and more durable than the copper tools and weapons used during the preceding Neolithic period. Most significant archaeological finds from the Bronze Age in Ireland is the Craiganoan boat, a wooden boat discovered in a bog in County Clare. The boat dates back to around 1500 BC and is believed to have been used for fishing and transportation. The Bronze Age in Ireland is also marked by the construction of impressive stone monuments, such as stone circles and cairns. These monuments were often used for ceremonial and ritual purposes, and their construction required significant social organization and labor. One of the most impressive Bronze Age monuments in Ireland is the Hill of Tara, a complex of ancient monuments located in County Meath. The Hill of Tara was the ancient seat of the High Kings of Ireland and is believed to have been an important ceremonial and political center during the Bronze Age. The Bronze Age in Ireland is also characterized by the emergence of more hierarchical social structures, with the emergence of chiefdoms and other forms of centralized authority. The production and distribution of bronze objects required specialized skills and knowledge, which likely led to the emergence of craft specialists and a more complex division of labor. The Bronze Age in Ireland was also a time of significant trade and interaction with neighboring cultures. Irish bronze objects have been found as far away as Britain and the Mediterranean, indicating that Ireland was an important participant in long-distance trade networks during this period. Overall, the prehistoric period in Ireland laid the foundation for the rich and complex cultural heritage of Ireland that has continued to evolve and develop throughout the country's history.